Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome to another edition of Ellen News Update, March 11th, 2011, Episode 3, YouTube edition. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
Well, Eileen, how's your week been so far?
It's kind of iffy, but I'm still here.
Oh, that's good. Now we got a certain someone who did Ellen News Update. He was a former co-anchor of Ellen News Update and a former co-anchor of Ellen VS News Update and Mid-Michigan Update. And also, he's the former vice president of Erik of Late Night Productions. Samuel J. McLennan is now filling in as our live reporter. He's filling in some big shoes to fill for me and of course Mr. B and Mr. A, and of course Jeremy Butterfield, who plays Mr. A. So and he says he got a really great live reporter scene ahead. So do you have any predictions you want to put out, Eileen?
Not really.
Okay. Well, then let's see today's top headline. Today's top headline. It's better than the news, folks, and here it is. Hundreds killed in the tsunami after the 8.9 earthquake that hit Japan. Of course, Hawaii and the West Coast got less brunt of the damage of the quake. Unfortunately, Japan wasn't entirely wasn't that lucky. But those kinds of places, are nice to visit, but not to live there. I mean, I just can't understand why people who want to live near volcanoes, where there's earthquakes, threat of hurricanes, and all those bad stuff that usually happens in the coast. You're mainly lucky to not get all that stuff if you live in the interior of the continent. But I guess some people just like the warm weather, and it's the penalty that you have to pay, I suppose. But I don't know. What's your take on it, Eileen?
Well, I guess, people may like those areas also because, there's they do stuff like film there and stuff. And I guess without, it'd be kind of strange to not have people there when everyone, it's, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would agree with that. Well, let's move on to this week's top 4 headlines, shall we? This week's top 4 headlines. Number 1. Eliminating the $1 bill could save billions. I've read into this story, and people say it's going to take a transition over 4 years to, I guess, face out the dollar bills with coins. There's already dollar coins out there, and there's some machines that accept $1 coins already. But, if I don't really see there be a transition. If you want to save the money, I guess, if it's too expensive to keep printing bills, just stop printing bills and just make more dollar coins. There shouldn't be any transition that I could figure out. To me, it would make sense. But, eliminating the dollar bill, the dollar bill is widely, I guess, accepted almost everywhere. It's the most popular piece of federal note of the United States. I don't know if they should really interchange it with a coin, but I don't know. What's your take on it, Eileen?
Well, my take is that maybe this will be a good thing, but at the same time, it could be a bad thing too, because it could easily, they'd have to make like bigger wallets, because, you know, the coins would probably be fairly big.
Right. And of course, people would say, well, let's just go to plastic credit cards. Well, one thing now is, you know, credit cards, I'm not a huge fan, especially of all the trouble with people with debt because of credit cards. And plus, now hackers can somehow just magically, I guess, even if your credit card's in your wallet, they can take the information somehow and, you know, and make transactions, even if your card's safely in your wallet. So, you know, technology has gotten, well, advanced, yes, but it just comes to a point where, well, maybe we should stop and maybe just, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, go into the old philosophy, if something's not broken, why fix it? I mean, yeah, maybe something's better, but yet something older might be more reliable instead of something that's new and buggy. And history has shown with the new technology, things have gone haywire and everything. So I don't know. Do you have any more comments on that, Eileen?
No.
Okay. Alright, then let's go on to number 2. Seth Green, digitally and sonically erased from the Mars Needs Moms animation movie. So, don't worry, folks. Seth Green is still among us. He's not, you know, he didn't get erased from existence. If people actually took that literally. I don't know who would. But no, he's been digitally and sonically erased from the animation part of the Mars Needs for Moms. According, when I read into the story, the producers liked his performance. However, they felt that his voice was too mature for the lead character, who's a kid. So they erased his voice, but kept his performance. And the only reason how they capture his performance is because Seth Green, for 6 weeks, was in this very tight suit that captured his every motion that he makes, and it gets saved digitally and then put into animation. So, and this is a very state-of-the-art, animation process. So 6 weeks a week goes bye-bye, and then bring in another kid to dub over the lead character's voice in the Mars Needs Moms movie. Now, Seth is still promoting the movie, and also, they couldn't erase Seth's voice for the promotion part, but when it does come out into theaters and stuff, it won't be Seth's voice in the film. What's your take on that, Eileen?
Well, in some ways it's wrong of them, but in some ways completely understandable.
Yeah. They should have, when they got Seth Green to come do this part, they should have thought of this beforehand. But, that's like waste of money. I would figure for them having to, erase and then bring in someone else to, dub over the animation. It just seems like it would seem like almost a total waste of time, but and a waste of money and resources. But I don't know. Do you have any more closing comments on that, Eileen?
Not really.
Alright. Then we'll move on to number 3. Off target. Lady Gaga splits from the chain after anti-gay controversy. I'm sorry, folks. For some reason, I just can't say it for some reason. And besides, I've been having some trouble speaking tonight anyway, so I guess that's the way it rolls, I suppose. But I read more into the story and what the deal is. Target's been, I guess, in the spotlight that it supports and sends money supporting groups that oppose gay people. And Lady Gaga wants to promote her new album with Target to try and make Target, amend and reconnect Target with the gay community. But even with that, even with that going on, Target was still, for some odd reason, just, still supporting people who were opposed to gay marriage. So Lady Gaga said, you know what, I'm canceling this deal, I'm moving out. You guys are still you guys are not gonna fix your ways. I'm gonna cut ties with you and move on elsewhere, which, that's a good move, I suppose. I mean, if I don't know, what's your take on it, Eileen?
Well, I'd have to take Lady Gaga's side, because even though, the whole gay thing, or whatever it is, can be strange, the people who choose that still deserve to be loved.
Yes.
And they deserve it almost as much as we do.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you, and I agree with Lady Gaga splitting ties with Target. But, I have more of, a Star Trek philosophy. I'm open-minded, and, work to better ourselves. But, and I support gays, but, and I don't really see anything wrong. It's just human nature, But there's just some people who just finds it offensive, I guess. It's well, it's always been human nature to fear what they don't understand. So it's well, too bad for Target, but that's not going to help their sales any much. What do you think, Eileen?
Sure.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just go on to our last headline for today. Honest trespasser calls 911. I remember this story. The guy broke in to take a shower, and when he hears the owners come home, he locked himself in the bathroom and calls 911 for the possible for the fear that they might have a gun or something. How lame and dumb can this criminal be? And there was a video, and I saw the video, and the two news anchors that were reporting on the story said they compared this dumb criminal to the criminals on Home Alone, and this dumb criminal makes them look better. What's your take on it, Eileen?
That's funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're not supposed to. If you're going to turn yourself in by doing that, you're not meant to be a criminal.
No. And besides, why can't the guy just go swim in a lake or something, or use a hose or go to a public area. I'm not sure, like, depending where this was, I forget where. But if he was like in California, they have public beaches, and I'm sure they have public showers. I'm sure there would be other areas where this guy could take a shower without having, to break in somebody's house to take a shower. But I don't know. Do you have any more closing comments, Eileen?
This guy must be homeless.
Yeah, I guess so. But, times are rough out there. But anyways, what can you do? Okay, well, that concludes for the headlines segment of Ellen News Update, March 11th, 2011, Episode 3, YouTube edition. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
Right after this, you'll see our 5-minute... Sorry, folks. After this, you'll see our 5-minute break. And after our 5-minute break, we'll be right back with our live reporter, Mr. McLennan. Hello, YouTube viewers, and welcome back from our 5-minute break. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
Well, Eileen, wasn't that the most eventful 5-minute break that we ever had?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Well, we don't have a special guest tonight, so here we go. Here's our live reporter. We don't know where he's at, but he's somewhere. Mr. McLennan! Mr. McLennan! How are things in wherever you're at reporting from? I see. Can you describe where you at the moment? I see. How's the weather? You think you see it? What do you see? I see. What's your backup plan of what is your backup plan of getting out of there? Are you sure that is wise?
The only plan I could think of at the time I thought was pretty good.
Ah, I see. Well, we seem to have lost our co-anchor at the moment. So, we'll come back we'll be right back with you and check in later. Okay? Okay, we're back, everybody. And we got our co-anchor back as well. So, Eileen, what do you thought of that live reporter scene so far?
He's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was gonna be using a surfboard, and I guess surfed her away when the wave came in. What do you think of that?
Well, if I saw you surfing on the waves that came in, and I saw you get hurt, I'd be laughing my ass off. Because, yeah, you don't surf on those high waves. Yeah, if you're smart, you'd know that.
Yeah, I would agree too. Well, let's go check.
Laugh at the dumbasses.
Yeah. Well, let's check back on our wonderful live reporter who's reporting on the tsunami. Oh, Mr. McLennan, how's the tsunami update going? Come in, Mr. McLennan. Are you there, sir? Are you there, Mr. McLennan?
I think he died in the wave. Oh.
I somehow survived for some reason.
Ah, I see. So, how is the tsunami coming? I see. Are those pitchforks and torches I see in the background?
If you're talking about those guys with the weird voodoo masks, then yeah, those are the people.
Ah, yeah, they do look pretty angry. I'm sure you didn't do something that caused that kind of hostility. Why do they look so hungry?
Good question. I think I better go.
Yes. Okay. Be safe and come back in one piece. Well, all in one piece. That is. Yeah. Okay. Well, talk to you later. Okay. Well. Okay, well, hopefully our live reporter will survive to get off the island. So Eileen, what do you think of that last live reporter scene?
I think it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Do you think he'll survive?
Maybe. if he's talented and smart enough.
Right. Well, let's just hope he doesn't get eaten. And hopefully he makes it back, all in one piece and stuff. So, well, that concludes this edition of Ellen News Update. March 11th, 2011, Episode 3, YouTube Edition. I'm your main anchor, Erik Olson.
And I'm your co-anchor, Eileen Meier.
And we'll be back this coming Friday. Catch you guys later. Hello YouTube viewers, it's me, Erik. It's 2:49 in the morning, Friday, March 18th. Now, of course, you guys are probably wondering, Erik, are we missing something? What's with all these pictures of Erik Loads the Late Night MySpace page and all these other pictures? We see the graphics that you normally use for Ellen News Update. But what's with all these other things? What's the deal here? Well, I've been quite busy lately, and unfortunately I just hadn't had the time to input all the audio stuff together and then split it up again to double for the PowerPoint slides. So I'm using Windows Movie Maker here, like I usually use for the 5-minute break. So, in essence, yeah, but let's just say it's been a long week, and I've just been quite busy, So, yeah, and plus, not only that it's been a long week, to tell you the truth, it took us 3 days to record. We finished recording on Sunday. Then it took a couple of days for me to put all the audio together, and then I had to go split it up. So yeah, it was yeah. No, it's kind of my fault. I should have probably split it up beforehand when I recorded it. And plus, we had to do some do-overs. So this last part had a lot less energy in it. And I tell you what, we had to do do-overs. We got interrupted so many times by my parents, and that's one of the downsides. So I'm sorry it took this long, but I think I might do this in the future, maybe, just because this might be a little bit faster than Microsoft PowerPoint 2010 to make a video, because it does take a while to do it. But I don't know. I may do this again or I may not. But rest assured, at least this will be up. This is probably up early in the morning, Friday morning. So it's 2:52 a.m. right now. The internet's off. It probably won't be on until later. Probably about 8ish, 9ish, 10ish, around that range. And I'll upload it to my YouTube account, and yeah. Now the audio recording is only 25 and 10 seconds long, but with the credits in this, well, kind of makes it, yeah. Hopefully you guys are watching this part. Hopefully. Chances are you probably already turned off. Or, yeah. But, well, you guys will probably figure, something's on here. This is, the video's ending, but it looks like there's more left. Yeah. So, I'm sorry for the delay, and sorry it took me a week to upload it. Well, it won't be exactly a week. Well, it'll be, well, I'll have this uploaded before our upload time. We usually record the show around 5 o'clock, well, a little bit after 5. Because I want to keep the late night feel to it and upload it at night, so it'll be its name, Eileen News Update, but sadly it fails. But yeah, well, hopefully you guys understand. So yeah, I'm sorry it took so long, but it's up now. And oh, and before I go, please leave questions for me or Eileen, or even for my old buddy Sam, who decided to make an appearance to join the fun in the show. So, if you have any questions for us, we will air them at the end of the show. And I think that will be. I won't introduce the skit until you viewers start commenting. You can tweet me. You can leave a comment on this. You can leave a comment on my YouTube channel, or this video, or any other videos, or my Facebook page. There's actually a Facebook page for this, so feel free, guys, feel free to leave questions or comments, or it's entirely up to you. So I'm sorry if I might look away from the camera here. That's because I'll be looking at this little square box of myself. It's kind of like a habit of mine, really, to see myself, make sure it's recording instead of looking at the camera. It's kind of a trait. Well, I wouldn't say trait, but a behavior that I have to learn. To get rid of. So hopefully, well, I guess I improved somewhat. Though my speech has improved since, but yeah. This episode, not a lot of energy because we've done it so many times and had to do over. So I promise you, episode 4 will be a wee bit better, or at least a lot better than this one. So stay tuned, and hopefully I'll have a episode ready for you guys tonight. Cross your fingers. So, catch you guys later.